We have members of Classical Revolution Cleveland here in the KeyBank studio at the Idea Center at Playhouse Square. We've heard a piano trio, we've heard a piano and cello duo, and now we're going to hear a cello quartet, which means 4 cellos. The members are Carlyn Kessler, Anna Hurt, Sophie Benn, and Eva Ribchinsky. Thank you all so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having us.
Carlyn's got the mic and will be speaking on behalf of the group. Carlyn, why get 4 cellos together?
Well, it all kind of started last January 2015. Anna and I were actually at a Cleveland Cello Society concert together, which featured almost the entire cello section of the Cleveland Orchestra. Oh. And they were playing in various sizes of cello ensembles. And I mean, we're kind of biased, but everybody loves the sound of the cello, that soulful warmth. So when you multiply that, you get something really, really unique and special. So we were just blown away, and we left there saying, oh, we have to do this. So that concept was condensed from the larger cello choir we heard to a cello quartet. So over the summer, we decided to ask Sophie and Eva, who are dear friends and very talented cellists, and we all sat down and talked about our goals and decided to form a group.
Did you all meet through CIM?
Yes.
Okay.
We're all either graduates or current students at CIM. Anna and I just finished up in May, and Sophie and Eva have 1 more year.
Okay. Well, we're going to hear 2 pieces from the Cleveland Cello Quartet. The first is by Richard Wagner, and it wasn't originally written for 4 cellos, but this is an arrangement by Grützmacher. It's the Fieliches Stück, or solemn piece, also called Elsa's Procession from the opera Lohengrin. This is the Cleveland Cello Quartet, live on WCLV's First Fridays. music from Richard Wagner's Lohengrin. That was the Fieliches Stück, solemn piece, also called Elsa's Procession. And I heard it. I heard a strain of Here Comes the Bride, that tune that most everyone knows. It's actually, who knew, Richard Wagner that wrote it. That was the Cleveland Cello Quartet, all members of also Classical Revolution, who we are featuring today on First Fridays live in the KeyBank studio at the Idea Center at Playhouse Square. I'm Angela Mitchell. The Cleveland Cello Quartet is made up of Carlyn Kessler, Anna Hurt, Sophie Benn, and Eva Ribchinsky. Carlyn, is cello the first instrument that you ever picked up to play?
I actually started on piano.
Did you? Okay. Did that help you when you took up cello later?
Definitely.
Okay. So what kind of skills did the piano give you?
I think that the piano is a really wonderful first foundation for many musicians. I have a lot of peers who started on a string instrument and just did just fine. I think it's just a very different kind of experience, but it certainly helped with learning how to read music, I would say.
This is the first time I've heard a cello quartet live in person, and I have to say, what a lovely sound. Like, I thought for moments like I wasn't actually hearing four cellos, because each of you're playing similar to a string quartet in different registers. Am I right? It sort of resembles a string quartet. Mm-hmm. How do you dole out the parts?
Well, we're trying to keep it kind of balanced. When we started, we picked out 4 pieces that we were interested in playing, and we decided to each pick our favorite, maybe, to play solo on. But I think we all really enjoy any of the 4 roles. They're all very unique.
Okay. So it's modeled after like first violin, second violin, viola, cello of a quartet? Somewhat. There
is typically a solo voice, but the other parts are a bit interchangeable, and the voices often cross anyhow.
Okay. Here's another performance by the Cleveland Cello Quartet. This is music by Wilhelm Fitzenhagen, who was a very famous cellist in his time. He lived 1848 to 1890, and actually his teacher was Grützmacher, who arranged the Wagner that we just heard. This is the Concert-Walzer, Opus 31 by Wilhelm Fitzenhagen. The Cleveland Cello Quartet is live on First Fridays on WCLV. The Concert-Walzer by Wilhelm Fitzenhagen. Fantastic. That was his Opus 31. And yes, those were 4 cellos. The Cleveland Cello Quartet. Carlyn Kessler, Anna Hurt, Sophie Benn, Eva Ribchinsky. If you would like to hear the Cleveland Cello Quartet in person, they appear this Sunday at Music for Food, a food drive concert series founded by violist Kim Kashkashian, brought to Cleveland by Sharon Robinson. It will benefit the Greater Cleveland Food Bank. That's this Sunday, November 8th at 2 o'clock at the Unitarian Universalist Society of Cleveland. This hour we've been hearing from members of Classical Revolution Cleveland. If you'd like to see them live in person, don't miss their next show at the Happy Dog, November 17th. They're celebrating 5 years of shows at the Happy Dog. Their holiday show is December 15th at 8 o'clock. They're also appearing at the Grog Shop on Coventry as part of the Coventry Neighborhood's Holiday Festival, and that is on December 12th. A portion of this broadcast will appear on WVIZ PBS's Applause. Exact date to be announced later. Watch WCLV.org for that. Thank you to everybody that was watching us on Periscope today. And thank you all so much, members of Classical Revolution Cleveland, for coming to the Ideas Center. We really enjoyed having you.
Thank you.
Thank you to our audio engineers, Randy Davis and Al Dahlhausen, and to Oberlin Conservatory for use of the Steinway piano. I'm Angela Mitchell, and thank you for tuning in to First Fridays on WCLV.